Hi Gemini, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of April 10th through the 16th. This is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising signs. Alright, Gemini, so at the bottom of the deck I do have the Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups here, for some of you, yes, a child could be very significant this week, but then for some other Geminis, this could be some really exciting news that's coming through. You could be hearing something that makes you very happy or excites you. For some of you, it could be on the emotional front, but then for other Geminis, it could be something financial because the overall energy for the week is the Four of Pentacles, which the Four of Pentacles, generally speaking, does represent your financial security, your stability, your savings. You can see here how he has a big bag of money. So for some of you, it could be waiting on or receiving some sort of good news on the financial front. Also, this is a more conservative energy, so there could be some Geminis that are a little bit more conservative this week. You might be trying to save some money with this energy. But I feel like this is what your goal is. So for some Geminis, this is what you're working towards. You definitely are moving towards that financial security or that stability. So previously, maybe there were some Geminis that you could have been, you could have felt like a lack of financial stability, or maybe even dealing with some financial difficulties. But this could be some good news that's coming in. For other Geminis, you know, this is you saving some money. You could be saving money for something in particular. There could be some Geminis that maybe you're saving money, you're going to buy a new car or make some sort of investment. Yeah, there could be some Geminis that maybe, you know, you could be investing this week. I see some of you maybe investing this week, but then for some other Geminis, I feel like, you know, you're in the planning stage. You know, you're actually moving towards maybe investing in something here, but you might not actually be doing it this week, but you're definitely moving towards doing that. We are starting out with the Eight of Cups here, which is for some of you emotionally maybe moving on from a situation, an environment, a relationship, something that was no longer maybe emotionally serving you any longer. And then for some other Geminis, this is you moving forward, very focused on the future. You actually have the Eight of Cups with the Chariot here. So I see many of you very, very empowered, and you are moving towards some sort of victory with the Chariot. This is the ultimate victory card. So this is what you're moving towards. But I do see you in the driver's seat. So again, some of you are literally just about ready to take off or move forward with something, but maybe you're still planning things out. With the Knight of Swords here, again, this is forward movement. But he tends to rush right in. With the Knight of Swords, he tends to just rush right in. He doesn't necessarily always think about something before moving forward. But because we do have the Queen of Pentacles here, you know, not all of you are doing that. You know, you're definitely grounded, very practical with the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like this is something that you've thought about. So, you know, for some of you, you're moving forward with something and you're not rushing in blindly. You know, you are definitely grounded. And I think that this is something for many of you that you've already thought about. But you can see here how the Knight of Swords is moving directly towards this Queen of Pentacles, which she is financial abundance and success, especially with the Chariot here. So for some of you, you know, you want more financial stability within your life, and this is what you're moving towards. Your finances may be improving greatly. So this is really, really positive. Yes, this could be, you know, a process that you're going through right now, but you need to remain positive. Patience might still be required here for some of you. With the Hanged Man and then the Moon, something might very well feel up in the air. With the Moon energy, the Moon represents the unknown, and it can be a little bit more of an intense, obviously more emotional energy, but I feel like, You know, for some of you, you know, especially on the financial front, there's something that you're trying to manifest, there's something you're moving towards, and it very well could feel up in the air. There's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to this, and maybe you're waiting on that news, that communication that maybe even allows you to move forward. But this is just a temporary wait, and I actually have been pulling the moon a lot for this particular week's forecast for a lot of the other signs, so a lot of people are dealing with this energy. Don't allow, you know, any sort of fears, any sort of fear-based energies to get to you. With the moon, you know, with this energy, it can really make someone worry unnecessarily, really fear the worst, and feel really insecure. So don't allow this energy to affect you in that way. For some other Geminis with the Hanged Man here, maybe you do need to take a break. You might need to take a step back from a situation. Because perhaps there is maybe a fresh perspective that is needed. For some of you, you need to take some alone time with the moon and the Hanged Man. You definitely need to meditate. You definitely need to get grounded. But I feel like if you do take some alone time, you're definitely going to be receiving some messages here. So definitely highly intuitive this week. Listen to your intuition, but also if you can, take some you time. Meditate if you can. This news is on its way. So if you're a Gemini who is in particular waiting on news, waiting on information or communication to come your way, with the 2 pages here, we have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck, but then also the Page of Wands here. You know, this news is coming. This news is coming. For some of you, you could be hearing something this week, maybe next week for some other Geminis, but you can already see here that this is what you're moving towards, this financial stability, but also this success, this victory. So you need to just literally hang in there. You need to remain positive. It's a good time to plan things out. You are in the driver's seat. It's a good time to make those plans. You are walking down an exciting new path here. And for some of you, it is on the job front. For other Geminis, maybe you're moving up within the company that you work for, but I see many of you working very hard. This could also be like a creative project or endeavor. And with the 3 of Pentacles, maybe you're working with other people here. This can be, you know, you working on a team this week within a group setting. So if you don't work for a living, I mean, you might have something else going on where you're working with some friends or something like that, or some other investors or something like that, and I see you working very hard, and I see you incredibly creative. You have some very creative energy here. What's going to help you is maybe just taking some you time, and then for some other Geminis, maybe just taking a step back and looking at things from a different perspective, especially for those Geminis that maybe, you know, you are a little bit more emotional this week, and maybe a lot of these fear-based energies are getting to you. So if you find yourself worrying unnecessarily, you need to take a step back, okay? But I mean, you have a great spread. I mean, you have a great spread here, and we can see here that many of you are moving towards more financial stability. So just continue on working hard, stay focused. I see many of you emotionally and financially in a good place. And I do see many of you very empowered. All right, so wow, we have Rosetta. You have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. So this card just flipped right out. So for some of you, maybe, you know, the work that you're doing this week, you might work with children. That could be what you do for a living. Or if you're a Gemini that is landing a new job, you might work with young people. You might work with children. You could be a teacher. Maybe there are some Geminis that you're a parent. Your children could be very significant this week. For some of you, it's a child, and then for some other Geminis, it's children. I have 2 pages here in the spread, so maybe 2 children that are very significant this week. But overall, you have a beautiful spread here, Gemini. So I do hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, Gemini, please do subscribe. I do wish you a wonderful week. Take care.